We all know water, coffee, tea, all S tier, S plus. I think water technically has to be in its own tier, right? Like water has to be in its own like god tier. Because without water you have nothing. Thanks for the good luck. Of course he jumps.
No, it cannot be!
Can't be talking shit on water like that. Is this Crystal Cloak? Bro, Crystal Cloak looks so good! I love this Crystal Cloak, holy shit. What's my sword? Broadsword? Okay. Yeah, Broadsword can't double hit. Dude, this Crystal Cloak is amazing. I love it. I think Death might want to keep it for himself, yeah. But yeah, that like dark purple and pink. Yeah, I didn't grab anything that lets me skip it. If I got a library card, I would keep this. Just for the cape. RIP. Talisman, that's not bad. Oh, I should probably change the stream title. Did I say random enemy stats was impossible? You can't randomize enemies themselves. Like, you can't edit the sprites where they are or what maps they're in. Or anything like that. But the stats are fine, yeah. This isn't using the stat randomizer right now, because the stat randomizer isn't actually a randomizer. It's just a tool that exists that lets you edit the stats manually. And somebody in the Discord randomized the stats manually and then sent me a file to patch my version of the game. So that was what we did last seed. This seed is just a normal randomizer. With 0 items, apparently. Oh, nice damage boost. Yeah, all the items are friggin' missing, dude. Secretly, it's a balanced seed, yeah. Hello? There we go. I didn't press up long enough. Oh, my stats are good enough to actually double hit these guys and kill them? Nice. Why don't we Tetra Spirit like that for every boss? Because it's not always the best strategy for killing bosses. I mean, Tetra Spirit is very useful though. It's used, if I were to do a fist-only run and try and kill all bosses, most likely Tetra Spirit would be used on Grand Falloon, Darkwing Bat for sure. It's used at the start of Aurochs' second phase, sometimes on Beelzebub. So Tetra Spirit's good and it's used a lot. Yeah, it's great for Scylla as well. Most of the time if we have Bat though, we just Wing Smash Scylla. Because one infinite Wing Smash chain kills Scylla for the most part. And if you Wing Smash behind Scylla, you just punch her to death afterwards. Oh, I didn't check Spirit Orb, you're right. That was bad of me. I'm sure it's not important. I'll check it later. I'm on autopilot, so I wasn't paying attention. Oops. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, skipping that check isn't the worst thing ever. It's pretty bad, but I need to go back that way anyways, so. Because for the most part, the routes will almost always have you going up into library and then coming back to do Coliseum. Oh, that was supposed to be a regular punch. There we go. Yeah, the last run we did was random enemy stats. This run, we can't use the same seed, so the stats are normal now. I needed to change my my title, but I forgot to. Doppelganger transforms into mist to avoid all spells. So you can't hit Doppelganger with spells. He just says no, fuck you. And straight up ignores them. Ow. Don't you just hate getting stoned? Me, I hate it. It's so annoying. Dude, all the enemies, or all the items are gone. He avoids, yeah, full screen attacks like Pentagram and like Power of Siren, stuff like that, yeah. Hello? Yeah, all the items are gone. I'm still punching everything to death. Great seed so far. Oh, that actually killed. Nice. Oh, no. We're fine, actually. This is actually not that bad. Because now they're all coddled up together. Right? I've corralled them. Okay. This might be a problem. I almost died. No biggie. Dude, I couldn't fucking soul steal. It was really annoying. Yeah, I wasn't even worried. Dude, my biggest enemy is just reading.
I'm interested in this.
That was a meal ticket, okay. Mana Prism for 800. Library card for 500. Duplicator for 4K, okay. I think the answer is Fire Shield. Library card.
Farewell for now.
Oh, I should have put on the talisman. That would have saved me. Avoids reading because reading is for boomers. Dude, reading sucks sometimes. Yeah, expensive Crystal Cloak is a big F. You hate to see it. So we're gonna go back through Alchemy Lab to check the two checks at Alchemy Lab, and then we can check Spirit Orb. I mean, the only forms of flight that are not terrible is Bat and like Mist plus Power of Mist. Everything else is pretty trash. So Iron Shield. Gravity First usually allows for larger amounts of complexity checks, so that's why it tends to be first more often. Is because the way that the complexity works in the randomizer is that it unlocks like a handful, like 2 or 3 checks, and then you go and find more stuff that unlocks more checks. Leapstone is also fairly common because it does the same thing. It unlocks like 2 checks, and then you go to those 2 checks, which gives you like the next thing that lets you unlock more checks. Because there needs to be a reasonable amount of progression in the randomizer. That's what the complexity dictates. Leapstone and Gravity Boots seem to be more common. Oh, there's Leapstone. This unlocks basically full flight outside of transformation locked areas, which is Alrox and Akmadon. Oh, the talisman saved me there, nice. Yes, you can actually get to that check by dive kicking off of Dr4gonBlitz. It's just pretty difficult and usually not worth going for. So complexity isn't the issue, Karameni, it's logic. The way that the Bloodstained Rando works is that it doesn't account for things in logic. Like, it doesn't have a decent enough logic to prevent soft locks. The complexity is to ensure that the way that you complete the seed requires at least a certain number of checks to be possible. So essentially, before there was complexity, there was still logic. It's just that the logic allowed you to still not soft lock, but some seeds were way easier than others because the relics could essentially be anywhere so long as it was within logic. The complexity value essentially means that seeds are going to have a minimum number of checks that you will need to do. So complexity and logic are similar, but not the same thing. Because, yeah, there were seeds that were completable within, like, 30 minutes before the complexity was added. Because you would just get Bat early, and then that opened up pretty much all of the castle. And then you would get, like all the Vlad relics, and then you would just go to the second castle and then just zoom on through. Oh my god, I'm bad. The complexity ensures that you have to do more than just that. Yeah, what Suna said is 100% correct. Logic makes sure that it's completable, and then the complexity makes sure it's not too easy. I'm getting out of this place. It has cursed music, it has a cursed relic. We gotta get out of here. So this is kind of shitty, because I don't have the means to fight Alrox yet, because I need a transformation to do that. But I'm still going to go this way, because I want to get to Castle Keep, because Castle Keep has 3 relic checks for me to do. Well, it's possible that it could be at Sword as well, yeah. But I'm going this way anyways. Like, I need to open this teleporter for later. And this is probably the best way for me to get to Castle Keep. Wow, nice. Nothing here. I guess I could have gotten that. Is it worth it to open the teleporter for later? Yeah, I think so. In some scenarios, it just depends. Like in this scenario, I'm going through this area because I want to get to Castle Keep. And there is a relic check along the way. I'll have to come back here eventually, but it's better than going, well, I guess the alternative is I could have... I could do the alternative right now, actually. The alternative is I use the teleporter to teleport, to Outer Wall and then get to Castle Keep through there, which I think I'm going to do right now. And then I'll teleport from Castle Keep back to All Rocks to go through caverns. Do 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 do. Yeah. So the random enemy stats aren't happening for this run through. Again, I still need to change my title. So the tool doesn't allow for stats to be fully randomized yet. The tool that exists to edit stats isn't random. You have to do it manually. So somebody made a curated seed essentially with pseudo-random stats that they used like a number generator, like a random number generator to find. And I played through that, and it was interesting. But we just can't do it again because I would have to input the stats manually again into the tool, which I don't even have downloaded. But I do plan on working with that tool to try and get like random enemy stats working, possibly, if I have the time to do it. Maybe somebody else will just get to it first, since the tool is public now. Also 69 hearts, nice. Yeah, what I think will work best for the enemy randomizer is that having pools and figuring out what those pools should be of enemies and bosses that are able to be swapped amongst each other is the best way to do it. Also, I already have Fire Shield. Why did I grab that? Like, it might be worth it just to do all of the first castle enemies in the same pool and have their stats be swapped amongst each other. Oh, Varda, nice. And then also doing second castle enemies and then doing first castle bosses and second castle bosses and having all of those be, like, swappable amongst each other. So as of right now, doing pretty good. With equipment. This cape is a little weird. I think Dracula being included amongst the second castle bosses should be fine. I don't see a problem with that. Because if you're in the second castle, you're expecting to fight difficult enemies anyways, like difficult bosses. So if Darkwing Bat happens to have Dracula's stats, I don't think that's that big of a difference between that and like having Galamoth's stats. But again, this is something that would need to be tested and stuff like that. And worked on. Because this is like brand new stuff. Yeah, now we go back to Alroc's quarters. I mean, having it be the other way around I don't think is bad either. I don't know if excluding bosses would make sense either though, because then, like, what's the point? What's up, Rod? How's it going? I'm doing well. Just discussing randomizer stuff. There's a tool that lets you edit enemy stats, and right now we're just kind of just talking about how that would work for like a randomized settings to randomize enemy stats. Because I think giving enemies random stats within a specific range might not do what we think we would want it to do. Because I already played through something similar to that, and it ended up not really being great. Making all the enemies have like way too high of stats wouldn't be great either, because everybody would just, at that point, I would just use like Summon Spirit to skip all the enemies. Like I just wouldn't fight anything because they would be too powerful and too annoying to kill. I'll take a stopwatch, actually. So making sure that it's somewhat balanced to like encourage players to interact with enemies is important. Because if the enemies are just way too absurd, I'm just gonna not interact with them. Bosses are the only like fights that you're forced to interact with. So bosses having like somewhat extreme stats is actually not horrible, but doing it within reason is also important. Otherwise, it just becomes unfun. And if it's unfun, people won't use the tool, and then I'd be putting effort into this thing that wouldn't even end up getting used, so what's the point? You won't be able to tell what stats got changed. That's true. So for the most part, if you can't tell that the stats were changed at all, then it's kind of a waste of time as well. You bring up a good point. As of right now, randomizing locations of bosses or putting bosses in different rooms or editing enemy locations, anything like that is not possible because the game would just crash. You can't even put the sprites somewhere else because of the way that the sprite sheets work. You would have to be able to recompile the game in a way that we currently don't have the means to do. The way that PlayStation 1 games and, from my understanding, are compiled, it's very finicky and would require, like, a lot more knowledge than we currently have. Yeah, the games are already held together with duct tape. So messing with that would make it worse. That visual glitch is known about. Like, something with being in that room and collecting a relic causes that glitch to happen, essentially. And there's no way around it. I think that's the point, is having bosses be challenging in different ways because their stats are different is important. Like, imagine fighting Scylla, but instead of having, like, 3 HP like she normally has, like, I don't have to fight Scylla. I don't have to worry about Scylla. But if Scylla had more HP and, like, different attacking stats, the fight might actually be, like, interesting in some form, you know? Yo, thanks, Rod. I appreciate it. Yeah, the glasses are really nice. I like these glasses a lot. Well, I think it's because players could accidentally come down into the caverns basically at the beginning of the game. So having them fight Scylla super early... Oh, I need this. As a possibility, I think they wanted to make sure that Scylla was like a fight that could be done relatively early. But in doing so, they kind of ruined the boss fight. This cape's a little... it's different. Hello? Hello? Okay. I was doing up, down, forward attack, but it wasn't giving me Hellfire. You can't ruin a fight that's already crap, exactly, yeah. Like, some bosses are always going to be pushovers, and that's fine. And making some of the bosses more challenging could be interesting, I feel like. But again, once you start messing with enemy balance being randomized, I think you can fall into a lot of, like... Yatsuna, nice. You're going to be changing the balance of the game when you do that. So being like, I'm afraid that the game would get too easy or get too hard is kind of the point, because, like, yeah, it will get too easy or too hard. That's the point of changing it in the first place, is that it's going to be different. The problem is making sure that it doesn't go into unfun territory, exactly, yeah. What's up, Jester? Yeah, 4 relics already is interesting. Most likely it's because I got Jewel of Open early. But that just means that Silver Ring or Merman Statue or Holy Glasses is going to be the last relic. No, it can't be a Galamoth, because that would be too low complexity. Unless Holy Glasses are behind... Well, I guess Bat could be behind Holy Glasses. Or sorry, Bat could be at Holy Glasses, and then the Holy Glasses themselves are at... Merman Statue, or behind Holy Symbol, and then Merman Statue is like at Spike Breaker or something. So I guess it is technically possible that the last Vlad relic is at Galamoth, but it would require Holy Glasses to be like really far into the complexity chain. I already checked Spirit Orb location. So there is no way to currently change what enemies are placed where, or change enemy sprites or change enemy locations at all. Like, that is impossible. The game will not run if you try and do that. So what we are able to do is change the stats of individual enemies, their HP value, the strength value that they have, how much experience they give you, etc. But anything else would not be possible. So instead of having frogs here having like skeletons or something like that, that is not possible. The game would not run. It would just crash. So the stats are not randomized yet. We need to actually develop a randomized tool. I didn't really understand how it worked. Oh, that does nothing. I guess Rune Sword is fine. No, I have Yatsuna. There we go. Well, it's not even like missing out on the skeleton ape would soft lock you. It's the fact that the game would not run. The game physically would not compile if you tried to change where the enemies are supposed to be located. Like, you would try and boot up the game and it would just be a black screen. Or there would be other, like, side effects that would cause the game to crash. Like, you can't just move data around like that and not expect it to, like, break the game entirely. Maybe my interpretation of how things would work isn't 100% accurate, but essentially it cannot be done without changing the game's code entirely. And how it loads in monsters, and how it loads in the sprites themselves, and the graphics and everything, which we currently do not have the means to do. Also, is this a library card? Thank you. Other games are compiled differently, so they have different things that are able to be edited, like, easier than others. This game, however, is very finicky. So you can't just, like, start moving stuff around and expecting it to work. Changing the values of individual bytes is fine, especially if those values are already accounted for in game. Like, enemies have a HP value, right? And there's nothing about changing an HP value from, let's say, a skeleton has 6 HP, changing it to 7. That doesn't break the way that the game is handled. All it does is, like, when you're doing damage to an enemy, it'll check its HP value, and if it's 0 or less, it dies. So giving it more HP doesn't break how the game fundamentally runs, but changing what that enemy is fundamentally breaks the way that the game runs. Because the function calls that would, like, set the enemy in place would just, like, crash immediately. And we don't have the means to, like, edit those function calls. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the current state of, like, modding Soten is very limited because the way that the game is compiled, so it just is what it is. Really? Okay. What am I missing? Oh, I have to fight Aurochs now, yeah, because I have transformations now. It took me that long to get a transformation, that's crazy. So Aurochs is either going to have Gold Ring or Holy Glasses, right? Or I guess he could have Merman Statue as well. Yeah, the cake color's a little boring. Okay, holy glasses. Which is kind of to be expected, I guess. I mean, I told myself that it was expected, yeah. Where am I? Yeah, that's 100% possible. You can edit anything that is able to be changed normally within game can be edited. You could just like have like a cheat code that does that, where you have all of the items in your inventory and that you're at level 99 and you have all the relics. Like there are cheat codes that already do that, that exist. So implementing it into the randomizer probably wouldn't happen because there wouldn't be a reason to do so. You would just add a cheat code that does it. Like for a while, we were using the unlocked cheat code that allowed us to like go through certain parts of the castle early and stuff like that. Yeah, you can just look them up. Like, cheat codes exist. You just, I don't know. Probably just use, like, you can use Game Shark codes, you can use, why did I pause twice there? That's weird. There's lots of different ways you could do it. I mean, cheat codes essentially are just editing hex values. That's all they are. And that's what we're doing when we make mods for stuff, is editing hex values. Like a enemy stat randomizer would just be editing hex values of enemy stats, which you can do using cheat codes. It's just that the tool does it for you, and then patches the ROM, as opposed to just having a cheat code active that does it. You're surprised there's no wall zips in this game? You can zip out of bounds through stairs. There's stair clips that allow you to zip out of bounds, but we never use those in randomizers because randomizers are by default like glitchless playthroughs, because the glitches in this game are extremely powerful and would allow you to just skip to the end. Okay, that's a little spooky. I think I save split this, right? I could save split this and see what it does for me. Where's my library card? There it is. Yeah, most emulators have cheat codes functionality built in. Nice hit. Okay. I also have Silver Ring I can check. I have a bad feeling about this being not useful, but it's possible that this is required. I don't know. This could be bad. This could be Silver Ring or a Gold Ring down here, and then I go to Holy Glasses, and then Holy Glasses has the final relic. That's what I'm thinking is the case here. Or this is all nothing and I need to find Gold Ring. I don't know. I feel like I'm on the right track here. They were called Bad Eggs. If you're talking about the 3rd generation Pokemon, you would get Bad Eggs. Soden isn't about going fast, it's just that it's fun to go fast in Soden, so it's just different. Differing opinions about, you know. The randomizer itself is just another way to play the game. There's no, like, right or wrong way to play the game. Oh. Well, that was fast. Huh. I think we go this way for the teleporter since I don't have another library card. Cool seed, by the way. Oh my god, I'm bad. Help. Why can't we have seeds like this when we race? I don't know, dude. The game's just rigged. Oh, trust me, I know Dracula resists fire. Trust me, I know. I have a plan for him. I just need to make sure I don't die on my way over there. I have the Yatsuna, so I'll just use that. Come on. What? Where's my wing smash? Oh, and I have a stopwatch? This is perfect. Okay. I actually feel confident in doing this now. Come on. Come on. That wing smash is impossible. Yo, what's up, Trails? Thanks for good luck. Let's get a quick MP refill. Still not the best seed I've ever had, but it's still a good seed. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. Dude, I keep dropping left wing smashes for some reason. It's weird. What if my pad is messed up or something? Because left wing smashes are definitely more difficult than they used to be. I might have like worn it out or something. Yeah, this is safe logic. It says so on the screen in two different places, in the splits and in the tracker. Hello? Yeah, my PB, I'm already behind by a minute and a half. Unfortunate. It's still a good seed. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Yeah, it should be sub 55. Unless I died, that'd be kind of sad, but I have a Varda plus Yatsuna, so I shouldn't. I'm using the PlayStation Classic controller on my computer. Oh no! Am I choking? I is choking. There we go. Yeah, PlayStation Classic controller. It's a USB PlayStation controller. Yes, changing the stream title is the real final boss. We did it! Sub 55, woo! GG's.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this game sometimes.
Doomed ever since you lost the
Not bad.